So what's up, YouTube family? It's your girl Angel, and today I am back with another video, which you can already tell what it is just by the title, but I'm gonna still say it anyway. Today's video is all about 10 lies that high schoolers, high school teachers, high school staff, anyone in high school or in general school, 10 lies they tell you that you need to do, that you need in life, just 10 lies they tell you in general. So now before we get on this video, I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed to me, liked my videos, have commented. You all have motivated me to become better. Y'all helping me grow. Y'all helping us grow as a family. Y'all got me at 80 subscribers, but now I am trying to get to 100 subscribers. I need you all to keep liking and subscribing my videos. I'm going to put the subscribe everything down in the description below, but I'm gonna need y'all to keep subscribing and get y'all friends to subscribe and get me to that 100, which is my goal for right now. So help me get to 100, and then we're gonna just keep growing as a family. And just thank you all for who have been supporting me so far. And I have more videos planned out for us, like back to back. I got videos that's planned up for maybe a few weeks in advance. So now that we are done with this introduction, which I still don't really formally have an introduction what I'm going to do yet. I don't really know. I might stick with what I'll be doing, but we'll see. But now that we are done with that, without further ado, let's get on with this video. And make sure to keep liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. Okay, so one of the first things that while you're in high school that a lot of teachers or a lot of staff tells you while you're in high school, it's true for some of them, but not for all of them. But I want to say, I'm not coming at the teachers or nothing for this. Ain't nothing wrong with what they be saying. It's just sometimes they don't actually be helping you. So this is something that they always say. Number one, they always say, we are here to help you. The reason why I say this is a lie, because they are here to help you. But sometimes physically and mentally, emotionally, they do not help you. There are teachers who will bring you down when you're trying to do something, or they will just belittle you, and it's just a lot that teachers do. Sometimes teachers don't be understanding the situations that people are in, and they be pushing themselves on them. People, they always like trying to say stuff that aren't necessarily true. Like sometimes, yes, they are. For most teachers, yes, they are there to help you. They will help you any type of way they can, any type of form, but it's their job to help you. But they're not going to always help you. They can't help you every single time. They can't always help you on everything that you need to know. Yes, they're teaching you, but yes, they also have their own lives and their own family, and they're not going to always try to focus on y'all. And sometimes they might be dealing stuff too, so they might lash on y'all, and that's not going to actually help y'all. So reason why I say that is a lie, because basically I said it's not always necessarily true. That the teachers be saying is a lot of stuff the teachers in high school say you don't need in life, or you won't need in life. It depends on the career choices that you choose, though. So now that we have done the first one, we're going to move on to the next one. That was number one. Okay, so for number two, the next thing that is like a lie in high school that they always saying that isn't necessarily true, but it might be for like people in that area career choice, but they always say that you will use algebra after high school. No, you won't. They always saying that, but it depends on your career choice when you're going to use algebra. When in life are you going to see me going around saying, or anybody, if you're not in that career choice, are you going to see somebody going around talking about some, talking about imagination, like the imagination numbers and stuff like that, basically. So for me, I'm still a senior, so I know that in my life, in my career choices, that I'm not going to be using algebra. I'm going to be using a different type of math, yes, but no, I am not going to be using algebra in my everyday life, because I do not use algebra in my everyday life now. So that is a lie. It really just depends on your career choice. It's not a lie for everybody, but it's a lie for the majority of the people. So now that we have done number two, I'm going to move on to this next one, and this one I'm going to talk about a little bit more because it's more related and it happens in high school for a lot of people. So now let's go on to number three. So now we are moving on to this next part of this video, which is one thing I really want to talk about, which happens in high school a lot, and that they always saying is everyone is like one big happy family. No, No, you're not. In high school, you're going to meet people that you're going to think is your friends. They aren't your friends. You're going to think they're your family. They're not your family. Everyone there is so different. There's people that are in different groups. Like, you can say, it depends on the type of high school you go, but for like the groups. But in my high school, it goes like this. There's people who are friends with each other, but then there's a group of people that are the drama people. They always in drama, but then they don't want to talk to people to their face, blah blah blah, this and that. And then there's the people who think they're all this and that. And then there's people that are just smart and they probably think they're better than people. Then there's other people, blah 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 blah, this and that. While you're in high school, you're not one big happy family. You're going to be separated. You're separated from people because you're going to choose based off of who you want to hang out with, who you want to be with. And those are going to be your friends and your family, not the whole entire school, not everyone who's around, basically. So what I'm trying to say is that everyone is not going to be one big happy family. If the whole school tries to be one big happy family, that's going to be one big toxic family. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Toxic, honey, because I would not. And not in a day of my life when I want to be family with those people in my school. None against them, because look, people who personally know me know that me and myself, I like to stick to myself. I like to only hang out with the people I want to hang out with, not with people I don't like. I'm not like a fake person. I'm not going to sit here and act like I like people when I don't like them, basically. So that's what I'm saying. The school, you're not one big happy family. You're not. You're going to be in small groups with your friends. You're going to probably make mistakes all throughout high school. Just know when I say y'all one big happy family. So now I have done this one, which is 3. Moi. It's time to move on to number 4. So now we have done 3. Now we are on to number 4, the fourth lie that they always say in high school, which is guidance counselors are always available. No, they're not. In my school, yes, we have maybe 2 guidance counselors and they are available, but there are times when people don't want to talk to the guidance counselors because there's stuff in life that you might want to keep to yourself because you think that the guidance counselor isn't going to tell your business. They are going to tell your business. They're going to tell it to whoever's in charge or to your family if they think it's something worth telling. But not everything that you tell the guidance counselor needs to be told to everybody because you want it to be private. That's how stuff happens in school. That's how either drama starts or something. Sometimes it's different for all schools. Maybe some guidance counselors, yes, they are available most of the time, but they also have their own lives. They can't always worry about the students and what they're doing, what they got going on in life, because they also have stuff going on in their lives that they don't have people to talk to. They're not going to, we're students who go to them to talk to them about whatever's going on in our lives. But there's not a day and time or life that we are there to listen to what they got going on in life. So they can't always exactly be available, but they can when they can, basically what I'm trying to say. So don't always depend on the guidance counselors. Try to depend on other people sometime, like whoever you feel like is trustworthy to depend on, like another adult that can be dependent on. For me, yes, I have the guidance counselors, but me personally, I have not ever talked to guidance counselors because I don't like talking to people about my problems. I don't even talk to my own family about my problems. I barely talk to my friends about my problems. It's not that I don't trust them or anything. It's just the way I am. I'm gonna do a whole other video on what I'm talking about later and what I mean, because it's like deeper in depth on what I'm talking about. It depends on that person themselves. Okay, so now that we have done number 4, it's time to move on to number 5. Now we have moved on to number 5, which is you can be late and get away with it. I don't know who came up with the lie, but that is not true whatsoever. You wouldn't want to be late anyway because you're going to miss stuff in class. It depends on the class anyway, but still, you do not want to be late for class because there are important things that you miss, like during the time that you're late or when you're trying to skip and blah blah blah. But you can't get away with it. If you're late, there's times if you're late, you'll get tardy. It depends on how many times you're tardy that you can either end up getting detention, you're going to end up having to stay after school to miss whatever you missed or learn whatever you missed. You're going to get in trouble with the teachers. You're going to get in trouble with the principal. And if you're late enough, in my school, it depends on how many times you're late to make sure, like, if you're late 10 times, at least 10 times, that's like a call home or letter, or you have to meet with the teachers, blah, blah. But if you get late 25 times to that same class or to a certain class, you're going to get summer school. And I know y'all don't want to go to summer school either. So I don't know how it is for everybody else's high schools, but for my high school, if you're late way too many times, either you get kicked out or you got summer school and all that. So I don't advise being late. Okay, that's what I mean. Like, you can't get away with being late all the time. You can get away with it every now and then, sometimes, yes, but majority of the time, no. So now that we have done number 5, it's time to move on to number 6. Now that we have moved on to number 6, this lie that they say, I don't really truly understand it. Well, I understand it, but like, know everything behind it, because I know that it's not true at most places, and I don't know how it is at your high school, but it says that your locker combination is private. Your locker combination is not private for real, because yes, you know your locker combination, and your teachers more than likely know it, because it depends on who they gave it to, like the principals, whoever they gave it to, for you to know which one is your locker. But in my school, we have maybe 2 teachers or and the principals who know your locker combination, but then they don't change the locks. So, like, as time go on, when you go up to another grade and somebody else get your locker combination, you can still go back to that locker, because they're gonna still know that combination. You're still gonna know that combination. I still know my combinations from when I was a freshman, sophomore, and junior. So whoever's gonna get that locker combination now, they're gonna have it. But if I wanted to, I can still go up in there because I know the combinations to that. So it's not really private, because they don't change their locking combinations. They don't change it around so that people can go back up in it. It's still just going to be the same locking combination while the years go on. They don't change it. So it's not exactly private, because whoever used to have your locker previously knows your locking combination. And then if you give your locking combination to other people, they can give it to someone else. So then it's just not private. And then basically everybody in the school knows who your combination is. So I advise, if you have a combination, don't really give away your combination to people, because that's how people's stuff gets stolen. And if you don't know how to do your combination, make sure you get help, because if you're the type of person who can't open it yourself, have somebody else try and do it. That's the only time you give somebody else your combination, or go to the teachers, because they know it, or they'll have a key so they can stick it up in there, so they can stick the key up in the lock and then unlock it, basically. So, but still, locking combinations are not private. Do not give it away unless it's necessary. Now we on to number 7. Now that we have moved on to number 7, this one, yes, I can truly believe this one is a lie. Not for most people, because when I was in elementary, I was cool with the upper people, but now I'm not exactly that much cool since I'm in high school. But I'm going to explain and understand, try to help you understand what I mean. So for number 7, the lie that they be saying in high school is the principal is your friend. No, the principal is not your friend, he or she. Okay, the principal is there to make sure you're in line, that you're in order, that everybody in the school is doing whatever the heck, whatever. Y'all know what I was about to say. Excuse my French if you understand what I was about to say, but whatever they want you to do, they are the ones who are in charge, other than the board and people that are board above them. They doing what the people above them want them to. So the principal is not your friend. Yes, they will help you sometimes, but me personally, I am not close with my principals. I'm not, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just not good. Sometimes principals aren't exactly who you think they are. They aren't who you think they're supposed to be. They only trying to do, they're putting on this image for you to understand. Like, they put on an image just for y'all, but y'all not seeing their true colors and they truly are, until like after high school, or when you get older and stuff. Like in high school, for me, I seen true colors of my principals, and I'm gonna say I don't like it, and I don't like my principals. I don't really like a lot of people at my school, to be honest. But I'm gonna say the principals are not your friend. Sometimes they can be your friend. It depends on the person themselves. They're not choosing favorites, I'm gonna say that, but sometimes they are. So in my school, it's the seniors that are mostly the favorites most of the time. Like, as you get older, you're going to understand what I mean. Like, if you're in high school now, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. You're going to understand what I mean. And you're probably experiencing it now. And I am just going to say, the principal is not your friend. So don't try to act like the principal is your friend. Like I said, everybody is not your friend. Okay? So now we're done with number 7. Let's go on to number 8. Now we have moved on to number 8, which means after this one we have 2 more lines I'm going to tell you, and we're going to be done with this video. I know this video is kind of long, but it's okay because I'm going to be doing more videos. It's probably going to be long like this anyway. But let's get on to number 8, which is the food is better. Who the hell, excuse my French, but who the hell said the food in high school is better? No, it is not. It's basically like middle school. Like, if you went to certain schools, like charter schools, little private schools, private public schools when you was in middle school, then you will understand that some of the school that they be feeding you is like prison food. It be small and in my school, yes, sometimes the food is good because we have different places or things that we can choose from. Like, we have a hot lunch bar, we have a deli bar, we got a salad bar, we got a pizza bar, a grilled bar, and etc. like that, because we're getting more stuff. But the food is not always better, because sometimes the food don't taste that good. I understand that the reason why the food don't always be that good, or there be small portions of food or certain amounts, and they don't put everything in there that to make it better or good, is because of health regulations. They're trying to make sure the food is like healthy and trying to make it taste good. But them trying to be healthy is taking the taste out of the food, which is making it taste horrible. So not all schools don't have good food. Not all schools have bad food. But I'm saying that they always telling you that the food is good. No, it's not. When they are like having people shadow, or when they are posting pictures of their food and stuff, they only doing that to make the school look better. They're not actually making the food look. They making the school look good, but they don't make it taste good. Is what I'm trying to say. So the food is not good in school. Like, it is some places, like I said, it is in some schools, but not all of it. So now that we have done number 8, let's move on to number 9. Now we have moved on to number 9, which means we only have one more lie I have to tell y'all about after this. But before we are done with that video, I'm going to say what number 9 is. The 9th lie that they tell you in high school is that the assemblies are fun. The assemblies are fun sometimes. It depends on the assembly or what the assembly is for. But sometimes the assemblies are not fun. They be boring. They be up in the whole gym or wherever you at, in a room full of people that's making it hot, and then there's people that don't have like great hygiene, like they have poor hygiene, and you're sitting by that person or you're sitting around, which is just making it unbearable for people. So what I'm trying to say is that the assemblies are not always fun. Sometimes they are boring. Sometimes it's just lectures and talks. Sometimes it's all fun and games. Sometimes it's like pep rallies and stuff like that, but it's not always like that. It's not going to always be fun. Sometimes it's just going to be boring. Sometimes it's going to be lectures, and sometimes you're just not going to enjoy yourself because of the type of person that you're around, or it's because you just don't want to be there in general, or you're in a bad mood. So assemblies are not exactly always fun, but they are sometimes times away from classes that helps you. Like, assemblies are like a getaway from class, but at the same time it's like you're still going to class. You're still going to class after that, but it just, like, some of the good things about assemblies is that it cuts classes shorter. Like, if you understand, like, some people have to go to school from maybe 7:30 in the morning to 3:30 p.m. and then if you have an assembly that day, you'll come in, classes will be shorter. Like, sometimes my classes like 50 minutes, they'll be cut short, maybe 10-15 minutes, which means you only have 40 to 45 minutes of class because you have an assembly. So that means if your classes are cut shorter, then that assembly is going to be about 30-ish minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. So, but it depends on the school you go to, is what I'm trying to say. But assemblies can be fun. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're boring. Sometimes it's just because you don't want to be there. But now that we have done number 9, we are on to the last one, which is number 10, spirit figures. I don't even know why I said that. I just cringed so hard. Oh my god. Now, for this last lie that I'm going to tell you that happens in high school, what they be telling you, which is the last one, number 10, is that if you study for the test, you're not going to have a problem on the test, basically. That is a complete lie. Do you know how many people out there actually study for them tests and they still be failing them? Like me, for example. I have good grades. Let's say, mostly majority of my life, I would have a 4.0, or I'll have anywhere between a 3.5 to a 4.0 throughout my entire life. Me, if I have good grades like that, you would think I will do tremendously great on tests. Me, I am not a test taker. I don't like taking tests. And yes, I finish my tests very fast, and there are tests that I do very well on. But studying does not help me like whatsoever. I can't study to save my life. I really can't. I be trying, and then when I actually try to study, it doesn't help me, and I don't do that great on the test. I have to just understand what I'm doing when I'm doing the test. So like sometimes I'll do the study guides and stuff, and I'll look before we have to do the test. I'll look at the study guide once. I'll just look at it to look at a question that I think that I might not remember or understand. I'll look at it real fast, and then I'll give the test, like the study guide, to my teacher, and I get done to hurry up and do my test because it's still fresh in my brain. But other than that, if I try to remember it and like try to study for it, it does not help me. So it probably doesn't help a lot of other people too. So don't listen to them when they say if you study, you're going to get better grades, work harder, blah, blah, this and all that. Because it doesn't work. Just do what you think is best for you. Try to do strategies and everything that helps you. Don't try to always study because studying doesn't help everybody, okay? So now that we have done all 10, that is all 10 of the lies I have for you today. I will come with y'all later on with some more videos about school, how to deal with stuff with school, how to deal with anything in general. So that is it for today's video though. I want to thank you all for who have subscribed to me, like my videos, who have commented, who have showed my videos to everyone else. And I just want to say thank you for getting my subscribers up. And now remember what I said at the beginning of the video, keep liking, subscribing, and commenting, and make sure to get me to 100 subscribers. That is my goal for right now, is to get to 100. So without further ado, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to do some more videos that I'm going to show you later. And I talk a lot. Some people probably asking, why do I talk with my hands? I don't know. It's just a thing I do, honestly. But now that we're done with this video, once I post this one, make sure you look at my other videos that I'm going to post here and here. I'm going to put everything down in the description below. And if y'all still wondering about my lashes and my business, I'm going to put all that down in the description below as well. So now that we are done, I want to say, I love you all, and I'll see you all again for the next video. Bye, my lovelies.